Don't miss any content. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell.
Hey guys, welcome back to Sahara Football. It's a fine morning here and we're going to talk about football. But before I begin today's news and updates, I'd like to wish all my Muslim viewers and friends across the world a happy Eid Mubarak. Hope you guys enjoy your day with watching my videos and also enjoy the festivities associated with it. Happy Eid Mubarak to all my Muslim friends. So let's get right into it. I'm your host Elasif Yawi. If you are new to the channel, be sure to click the subscription button and click the notification bell to get all updates on videos I post onto the channel. So last night there was a Monday night football in the Premier League and that concluded the second round of fixtures. Some Ghanaian players in action. We are going to look at the performances of those Ghanaian players in action from Saturday through to Monday. Okay, so I'll start with England, and we start with England, and we know Christian Atsu plays for Newcastle. And he was left out of the squad that drew 0-0 with Cardiff at the Millennium Stadium, and they had a late penalty. Kennedy missed it, but Christian Atsu could not feature for Newcastle there. Daniel Amati was introduced for Leicester City. We all know the terrible week he had last week against Manchester United, giving away a penalty and getting the first yellow card of the season. Daniel Amati was introduced as a substitute in the 60th minute in the game. Leicester won 2-0 over Wolverhampton Wanderers. In that game, Jamie Vardy too got a red card, but that didn't seem to affect the result in terms of for them. Phil Fosu-Aye was again missing on the match day for the losers, which is Wolverhampton Wanderers. He couldn't feature for Wolverhampton Wanderers. Dennis Odoi, he missed Fulham's 3-1 loss to Tottenham Hotspur. Dennis Odoi is a Ghanaian playing his trade with Fulham FC. Colin Quanah was left out of the Huddersfield squad that got battered 6-1 by Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium. Now in the Championship, Albert Adoma was playing for Aston Villa. He played in the lasted 78 minutes in the 1-1 draw at Ipswich Town. And Kwesi Appiah, who is in the League One, played 80 minutes as AFC Wimbledon as they were held to a goalless draw by Barnsley. So that's for England. To Spain, Rafael Dramina registered an assist as Levante won 3-0 against Real Betis. Emmanuel Barton missed that game due to injury. He's been injured for some time now, but that didn't affect the results. So they won 3-0. Rafael Dramina with an assist. Mubarak Wakaso played a full throttle for Atletico, the Deportivo Alaves against Barcelona. They lost that game 3-0. I'll show you a clip on the screen right now of Wakaso tackling Messi. That was quite some move from Messi there. He, as usual, he embarrasses a lot of players, but Wakaso there and the spotlight this time around. Richard Boateng played 90 minutes for Real Oviedo as in their 1-1 game. So now we go to Italy. In Italy, Afriyie was in devastating form on his debut as Empoli in their 2-0 win over Cagliari. Afriyie, a Ghanaian player of course. Alfred Duncan was pivotal as Sassuolo shocked Inter Milan. We all know Kevin Prince Boateng is at Sassuolo, and they had the bragging rights over Kojo Asamoah, who is at Inter Milan. Inter Milan were expected to win this game, but they failed to win it. So Sassuolo there, Alfred Duncan and Kevin Prince Boateng. Godfrey Donsa missed Bologna's 1-0 home loss to Spal through injury. In France, Lawrence Atizigi, he's a goalkeeper, a very, very young goalkeeper, was on the bench for Sochaux. In the Premier League also, Crystal Palace versus Liverpool. Jeffrey Schlupp played for Crystal Palace, but unfortunately they lost. Now Jordan Ayew has been included in the Blacks in the team for Crystal Palace. That issue has been sorted out. The initial squad came out that he was not in the squad for Crystal Palace, the 25-man squad for the season for Crystal Palace, but now it has been sorted out. This is what the story says, and it says Ghanaian striker Jordan Ayew has now been included in the squad for Crystal Palace for the 2018-19 season in time for the Monday's clash with Liverpool. He's a son of legendary player Abedi Pele, was excluded from the side's list by the Premier League last week, even though he joined the team before the deadline. With the striker named on the bench on his debut against Liverpool, the Premier League has now updated its record with Ayew included in the squad. That's great news. Now Ayew can feature for Crystal Palace, and it will be interesting to see him in there for Crystal Palace. He'll be joining players such as Jeffrey Schlupp. Jeffrey Schlupp is also an established Crystal Palace player. Last week, he played an instrumental role in their victory over Fulham, their 2-0 victory over Fulham. So that's it for Jordan Ayew. His issue has been sorted out, and Ayew scored 11 goals in 44 appearances for Swansea City after securing the late loan move to London to play for Crystal Palace. So that has been it for today. Performances of Ghanaian players abroad. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about the performances of our players. Are they doing well? Remember, Hearts of Oak and Asante Kotoko will be playing a friendly game, a two-legged friendly game in this weekend and next weekend. First one will be at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium, and the next one will be at the Accra Sports Stadium. But I don't know, right now Accra Sports Stadium is under renovation. I think a venue will be chosen, probably the Cape Coast Sports Stadium. So yeah, remember, for sure you'll get the highlights on this channel. Be sure about that. I've been your host, Latif. Let me know what you think about the Hearts of Oak versus Kotoko game and our players abroad. What do you think about their performances? Leave your comments in the comments box. I'll see you guys in the next one, and happy Eid Mubarak to all my Muslim friends once again. Bye.